Hello, what is up, guys? Happy Wednesday. Welcome back. Nice to see y'all after a holiday. So this is our July week one. Okay, we're in July already, just in case you haven't realized. Okay, this is our July class. And so we are entering a new chapter today. Do you have your chapter 7? Okay, how are you guys doing? Hello, Jenny. Hello, Sintong. Hello to the two of you. Still the two of you today. Okay. You guys feeling awake? You guys feeling awake? So this is our chapter 7, Chapter 7. You guys have your notes ready? Do you guys have your notes ready? I hope so. Okay, I hope so. So if it's okay for you, let's begin. Let's begin, shall we? Okay, today let's talk about the human endocrine system. Okay. Maybe you don't know what is this. Most of you will not know what is this. Maybe you haven't yet. But this is a very interesting chapter. Guys, we have finished our chapter 6, by the way. Our growth, our movement, our muscles, antagonistic muscles, our joints. We have finished. Okay, so this is our endocrine system. Okay, so guys, before I begin, do you know what is the endocrine system? Do you know what is your endocrine system? Anyone? Anyone? Are you guys there? Anyone answer me, please? Do you know what is your endocrine system? Don't know. Don't know. Okay. In your first page, you should see something like this. And compared to your other systems, they look really simple. Okay, they are not very complicated. In fact, this whole thing doesn't exist. Okay, it's only this, and this, and this. There's only 6 here. Okay, there's only 6 here. Jenny, what do you mean by I? Right. So what is your endocrine system? Okay, maybe you don't recognize what is your endocrine system, but I am sure you can't find your notes. Do you need some time? Okay, this is you might not know what is your endocrine system, but your endocrine system will produce something that I am sure you know. Your endocrine system, they will secrete or produce something called hormones. I am sure you know what is this, right? I am sure you know what is this, which is your hormone. Okay, do you know what's a hormone, guys? Do you know what is a hormone? Do you know what is a hormone? I am sure at least you know what is your male sex hormone, what is your female sex hormone, right? I am sure. Okay, these two maybe you, of course, you heard before. Do you know what is your insulin? What is your insulin? Do you know what is your growth hormone? Things like that, right? So everything is your endocrine system. All right. In Mandarin, we call this 内分泌. Okay, your endocrine. So when you have hormonal imbalance as in your 荷尔蒙失调, okay, where your hormone is in imbalance, this is the system that is going wrong. Okay, your endocrine system is the system that is wrong. Okay, so anyway, let's look at what is your endocrine system. Your endocrine system is a system that coordinates body functions that involve chemical substance. Right? So, what is, okay, by the way, what is coordinate? Coordinate means your body controlling things, right? Is to control your body function. Your body function is controlled by this chemical substance, and these chemical substance are what we call hormones. Okay, we call them hormones. Hormones is a type of chemical substance. Okay, they are like your messenger. Guys, hormone can cause this change in your body function, and I'll tell more about it later. Okay, I'll tell more about it later. And guys, Jenny, did you get your notes ready? Have you found your notes ready? If you haven't, then you can just write something down. Have you received it? Did you replace it? Sorry, misplace it. Did you misplace it somewhere? I am sure that that's the case, right? Oh, but you found all but 7. All but 7. Okay. Right. Anyway, so you just write down whatever you need lah. I'm just gonna go slow here. While you think where did you put it? Okay, sure. Right. So your endocrine gland are what we call ductless gland. Can you please highlight this? Ductless gland. Okay, you know what is a duct? Duct is a pipe. Okay, duct is your pipe. Okay, let's say this is your mouth. Okay, inside your mouth, right? And then at the side here, you have something called salivary gland. You know what is a salivary gland, right? They produce saliva. All right. So salivary gland is a gland with duct. Okay, it's a gland with duct. There's a pipe that goes from your salivary gland to your mouth. They will produce saliva and put it into your mouth. That is a gland with duct. But your endocrine glands, these 6 glands, which we will learn later, these 6 glands, they are glands without ducts. They have no pipes. That means, okay, look at this bag here. Look at this bag here. You see they produce this hormone. This purple dot is your hormone. Do you see any pipes here? No, right? You must say, hey, sir, this pipe, what? Okay, this is your blood vessel. This is your bloodstream, your blood flow. So your endocrine gland, your bag, this bag, they will make hormone and they will straight away throw it into the bloodstream. Straight away throw. There's no pipe here. They are borrowing your blood to send the hormone to someone they need. Okay, and guys, hormones, they are very specific. Hormones, they are very specific. They don't simply target every cell. Okay, what do I mean? Do you know what is your male hormone? Do you know what is your male sex hormone? We call it testosterone. I'll talk about this later. You know what is your testosterone? Your testosterone is this male hormone that makes it makes a person manly. Okay, it makes a person manly. So, in your opinion, what cells do your testosterone target? The male sex hormone will target which cell in your body? Do they target your face? What do they target? What do they target? What makes a guy manly, guys? What makes a guy manly? What makes a guy masculine? What makes him very, very manly, very look like a boy, right? So many things, right? He should have facial hair, right? Beard. He should have deep voice. He should have broad shoulders, things like that, right? So testosterone will target these few places. You see, testosterone will go to a man's face and give them facial hair. Okay, it will go to your voice box and make your voice deep. That's why you swear you have an Adam's apple. It goes to the shoulder and make a guy has broad shoulders. You see, they are very specific. Okay, so how do they? Okay, by the way, the balls are a man's balls. The testes, they will produce testosterone. So how does the testosterone go from the balls to the shoulder? They use the bloodstream. They have no pipes themselves. Your balls you don't have it like, okay, your balls, a guy's balls will make hormone and they will throw it straight into the bloodstream and carry it to the whole body. They don't need any pipes or whatever. So endocrine system, they look very simple because you don't see pipes flying everywhere. No, there's no pipe here. There's only one round dot here. There's another one here, another one here, another one here, another one here, another one here. You see, there's only 6 places. There's no pipes flying everywhere. No, right? They're just there. Okay, so they don't need pipes or whatever. Okay, so your endocrine gland function coordinates activity of your body. Like I said, they coordinate your body activity. So what does it mean by coordinate? That means they will respond to stimulus. You receive stimulus, 刺激, you will respond to it. Remember this one? Okay, so Okay, let's talk about hormones. Let's talk about hormones. Hormone is a very special chemical, you see. Hormone is a very special chemical. They will stimulate function of specific tissue organ. Like I said, specific. They will only target one type, right? They don't target everything. They don't target everything. Like your female hormones, your estrogen, they will target your breast tissue. That's why girls, they will grow breasts. Guys, we don't have it. So that's why we don't grow that. So it targets a specific tissue. They are secreted in small quantity. Okay, you don't need a lot, guys. You don't need a lot of hormones. Just very, very little hormones will give you a huge change, and the change is usually permanent. It's usually permanent. All right, like you know, I'll talk about this later. You just need a very little. The thing about hormones is they're very slow. Just think of your puberty. Just think of your puberty. Your body will produce estrogen and progesterone, the male and female hormone, they are very slow. You take a few years to mature, right? But this thing is prolonged. It's permanent. Okay, there's no reverse in puberty. You don't just go through puberty and you just go back. You cannot go back. Once you are tall, you cannot go shorter. So that's your prolonged effect, right? Carry through the blood to targeted organs, which have suitable receptor, able to recognize and respond to the specific hormone. So they are very specific. They only target one type here. Okay, so you know what? We will ignore this first. Okay, later I'll talk about this. Later I'll talk about this. Guys, have you heard of something called adrenaline? Have you heard of something called adrenaline? In Mandarin, this is called 肾上腺素. Have you heard of this before? Have you heard of this before? No? Yes, okay. Some of you say, okay. So this is the hormone that makes you panic. The hormone that makes you kanjiong. Right? You know, when you, okay, let's say now you, what do I do? Oh, let's say there's a bear chasing you. There's a bear chasing you. Your body will produce adrenaline, which is a hormone that makes you run, that makes you escape from danger. So this is the example. Okay, this is the example. You see a snake, right? The endocrine gland, they will secrete adrenaline. So your adrenaline will increase your heartbeat. They will make you heartbeat faster. They will increase your breathing. You breathe faster, increase your blood pressure, increase your glucose, increase your metabolism, increase everything so that you can run faster. You see, your heart will pump more blood to provide more oxygen. Okay, the muscle will get more energy. You convert glycogen to glucose. What the hell is this? I'll talk about this later. And you will run. You will run. You see, when you have this adrenaline, you don't care. You just run, and you don't really feel pain, right? When you kanjiong that time, you don't really feel pain one, because your point is just to run. Okay, can understand? Can understand? So if you do, then let's go to the next one. Okay, so okay, let's talk about our 6 glands here, guys. This is the main point of this chapter. You have 6 glands, 5. Okay, 5, because 1 is for female, is for male. So you have 5 endocrine glands. You have 5 endocrine glands. We are learning 6, because male and female, man. Right. So let's start from the head down, and we go down. Let's start from the head. Okay, so the first gland that we see, is our pituitary gland. Okay, pituitary gland. This is this. Okay, if you go into your head, you will see this like a 1 cm or 2 cm wide bean. Can you see this thing looks like peanut? Okay, this thing looks like peanut. This is the first gland that you should learn. All right. Also, this is the most important gland. Pituitary gland is the most important gland. Because they, how do I put this? Your pituitary gland is your master gland. I'll talk about this later. This guy will control every other guy. Your pituitary gland will control every other guy. Okay, I'll talk about this later. So your pituitary gland. Next, coming down, this guy in your throat. At your throat there, you can see a butterfly there. Okay, you can see a butterfly. You can see a butterfly. This thing is what we call our thyroid gland. Okay, our thyroid gland. Do you know what is a thyroid? Do you know what is a thyroid? Have you heard of thyroid before? Some they say, some people they get fat because they have thyroid problem. Heard of it? In Mandarin, this is called 甲状腺. 甲状腺. Okay, your thyroid gland. This is at your neck here. I'm just talking about the glands, guys. I haven't talked about the hormones. I'm just introducing you just for now. Okay, so your pituitary, your thyroid gland, coming down, you have something called your adrenal gland. Okay, your adrenal gland is above your kidney. You see, this is your kidney, right? I'm sure you recognize your kidney. Above your kidney, there's this thing called the adrenal gland. Can see, huh? Can see, huh? You know, adrenaline. You know, adrenaline comes from here, lah. Your adrenaline is produced by your adrenal gland. Make sense? Make sense? Mandarin, this is called 肾上腺. 肾上腺, above the kidney gland. Right? That's why they produce 肾上腺素 or adrenaline. Lor. Okay, you add INE behind. So that's your adrenal gland, adrenaline. They make you kanchiong. And then the side here, this thing, I think you'll learn this in your Form 2 digestion. We call it your pancreas. Have you? The thing that looks like a piece of leaf. Okay, that looks like a piece of leaf at the middle of this part here, your digestion. That is your pancreas. So this guy has two jobs. This guy has two jobs. They work in digestion. Okay, and then they also work in endocrine. So they got two jobs. They have multi-purpose. Okay, pancreas is multi-purpose. This guy is very busy. Okay, they need to take care of both sides. Okay, and then next, coming down, if you're a female, you should have this, which is your ovary. You know what is this? Your ovary will produce your ovum. They will produce your sex hormone. Okay, and then you have your testes. You have your testes. Your testes is your male hormone. Okay, your male hormone. The produce your male hormone testis is the guy's balls. So either you have this or you have this. So you see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 5. Right? But total you have 6. Total you are learning 6. So you have 6 glands in your body. Okay? You guys cool? You guys cool? Do you have any question? You have 6 glands in your body. Okay, 6 glands in your body. And they are quite interesting. Okay, shall we move on? Shall we move on? Guys, I can feel the blue this week. You guys had a good holiday last week. 5 days of holiday, all of a sudden you're coming back to school. Oh my God, the blues. Monday was the worst. Monday was the worst. Oh, you found it. So where was it? Where was it? You want to write down anything? You want to write down anything? Oh my God, the blue is real. Even now, with the chapter 8 one, yes. Even today, I can still feel the blue. I mean, my students blue, right? If you had a very good holiday, like most of my students had, then this week should feel like absolute hell to you. Okay, it should feel like absolute hell to you. But hey, that's why I say you guys are having too many holidays. That's why when it's time to go to school, you are like dead. Okay. So anyway, so shall we move on? Shall we move on? Okay, let's go to our chart here. Okay, let's go to our chart here. Guys, please put a star here. This is your main point. Okay, this is your main point. Can this is your main point. Right, so I would say the whole chapter, this is the most important part. This is the most important part. Okay, this is the most important part. Okay, shall we? This is what we are learning today. I'm not going to do too much today, but this is something interesting. Okay, guys, let's start with the pituitary gland. Can you see the pituitary gland is called the master gland? Master gland. Okay, can you please write something down here? Why is it called the master gland? Why is it called the master gland? Because they control other glands, right? They will control other glands. So this is your pituitary gland. That means if your pituitary gland is not working, all other 4 glands, you cannot function. Everyone listens to this guy. So this is your pituitary gland. He is the boss, or she, he, she, right, whatever. It is the boss. So this is your pituitary gland. Okay, so you see, your pituitary gland will release two hormones. This is the main point, right? Be thankful that you are in science, not biology. Biology they learn like 10. Okay, but this is not your job. Your pituitary gland will produce two hormones that you should know. Number one is your ADH. This one not very important. Second is your GH. Okay, do you know what is your GH? This is your growth hormone. Do you know what is a growth hormone? Have I told you this before? Okay, let's talk about the ADH one first. You can kind of put a cross here because it's not very important. Okay, so what is diuretic, guys? What is diuretic? Diuretic is to make you pee. Okay, diuretic is to make you urinate, is to make you pee. So anti-diuretic hormone means anti-pee hormone. They will stop you from peeing, this hormone. Okay, this hormone doesn't stop you from peeing, but what do? They will reabsorb water. They will reabsorb water. What does it mean? Let's say now you go exercise, you sweat a lot, isn't it? Okay, guys, have you noticed something? When you sweat a lot, when you go run a marathon, when you go pee, right? When you go pee, your urine becomes really, you have less urine and they are very yellow. Okay, when you see your pee very yellow and very small amount, you know you are dehydrated. So this ADH is to save you from dehydration. Right? This hormone will go to the pee and take back your water so that you don't pee out all the water, you don't get dehydrated. So this guy is very important to help you not pee, help you save water, help you not get dehydrated. Okay, so you want to learn this, you learn, but this is not the main point. The main point is this guy. Okay, guys, this is the main point, which is your GH, growth hormone. I am sure you have heard of this before. Even if you haven't, you can just kind of guess what's their function. You see, growth hormone is for growth. Okay, stimulates growth. You have it right now. Okay, your growth hormone should be like in high levels right now. This is how you grow. Okay, you see, if this is your bone, okay, if this is your bone, at the end of the bone, there is something called your growth plate. Okay, there's something called growth plate. So this growth hormone, I'm just gonna write GH here. This growth hormone, this GH, will go and tell your growth plate to grow longer. This is how you grow taller. Okay, this is how you grow taller. This is why if you are born with a lot of GH, you will grow tall. But if you are born with less GH, you will grow short. So this is your parents' gene, right? If both your parents are very tall, there's a very high chance they have very high GH. Then since they give you the gene, then you have low GH too. Lor. Wait, tall, they say tall or short. Okay, that means you have high GH too. Right. Anyway, so guys, I don't know whether you know this. Humans, we found a way to make all these hormones. Okay, we found a way to make all these hormones. Right? Even if you lack growth hormone today, let's say now you're born with low growth hormone, no worries. No worries. You can just get growth hormone injection. Right? You inject yourself with growth hormone and you will just grow like a normal person. Okay? You know Donald Trump? He actually let his son to take extra GH injection. That's why he grows so tall. Right? That's why if you are rich enough, you can solve your kid's not growing tall problem by giving him more growth hormone. Okay, guys, this is not cheap. Growth hormone is not cheap. Human-made growth hormone is not cheap. But if you really want to grow taller, this is the way. But since you girls are 16 this year, I don't think you can do anything already. Because at 17, right, for girls, around 17, 18, your growth plate will sao tong already. Your growth plate will so tang already. There's nothing to do already. Your growth plate will quit its job at 17 or 18 years old. So there is no chance already. Okay, but I'm sure you guys are happy with your height lah. So this is your GH. Okay, so you see, very important in children. Hey, not just growing taller. Growth hormone also makes you grow your nails, also makes you grow your skin, makes you grow your hair. Okay, that's why young people grow hair faster because they have more growth hormone. Old people grow hair slower because they have less growth hormone. Makes sense, right? Makes sense, right? Young people has better skin because growth hormone makes you grow more and more skin. Change your skin more frequently. That's why you have very nice skin. But old people, they just have very not nice skin already because they have less growth hormone. Common sense lah, common sense lah. So, hey, not only this, guys. Okay, you might say, sir, growth hormone so good, right? Why not just everyone go and take it? Okay, let's not talk about the cost. Okay, let's say growth hormone is cheap. Why not everyone go and take it? Guys, hormone is not about high or low. It's not the higher the better, the lower the better. Hormone is about balance, right? Hormone is about balance. If you have too much growth hormone, if you have too much growth hormone, you will grow very tall. Okay, even your bones will become, every bone will become longer. That's why you have this squarish face. It will look really ugly. Not only that, growth hormone also grows your cancer. Guys, growth hormone will also grow your cancer. That's why cancer in children is very hard to cure. Because children has very high growth hormone, their cancer cell just won't stop growing. So you see, it's not like, oh, sir, growing is good, so I want to grow. Yeah, good cell growing is good, but bad cell growing is not good. So you have a certain amount of GH for a reason, right? Try not to change whatever you have because that's your body setting. You mess with the setting, you will create imbalance and you will run into some sort of problem. Okay, you get what I'm trying to say, yeah? So don't just say, oh, I'm just gonna take growth hormone. Okay, ask your doctor. Okay. Anyway, so next coming down to our thyroid gland. Sorry, your thyroid gland. Okay, your thyroid gland. This is called 甲状腺. Okay, 甲状腺, and they will produce something called thyroxine. Okay, thyroxine, which is called 甲状腺素. 甲状腺, 甲状腺素. Thyroid, thyroxine. Thyroid, thyroxine. Okay, this thyroxine, what is their function? They will control your metabolism. Okay, they will control your metabolism. Do you know what is metabolism? You know what is metabolism? Have you heard of the word metabolism, guys? Have you heard of the word metabolism? Metabolism in Mandarin is what we call 新陈代谢. Have you heard of someone they tell you this thing? Or maybe you're like this, they say, oh, I just can't get fat no matter what I eat because I have very high metabolism. Heard of this? Heard of this before? I just cannot grow any fatter because my metabolism is very high. Metabolism, oh? So do you know what is this word? Do you know what does this word even mean? Do you know what is metabolism? Or you just heard this, you think is some kind of scientific mumbo jumbo? Oh, metabolism. Ooh, what is that? Do you know what is a metabolism? You know what is a metabolism? Metabolism is your body process speed. How fast does your body do something? Your body is like an engine. If the engine works very quickly, your metabolism is very high. If the engine works very slowly, your metabolism is very low. So who controls your metabolism is your thyroxine. Okay, your thyroxine. They will control metabolism. They can either make it higher or lower. This thing will change throughout the day. Will change throughout your day. Your metabolism is the highest in the morning and afternoon. Okay, that's why you eat breakfast and lunch the heaviest. You eat a lot. Your lunch should be very full. Your breakfast should be very full. And then at night, during evening, you just eat very little because your metabolism slows down. Your body is ready to rest. Okay, so if let's say I have higher metabolism than you, let's say guys usually have higher metabolism. If my metabolism is higher than you, that means I digest food faster, I burn food faster, my body process everything is faster. That's why I just burn my food away. I don't get fat. I don't get fat. Metabolism high, right? That's why some people with really high metabolism, they cannot gain weight. Because whatever they eat, they just burn it off. Their body just burn it off, right? So this is your thyroxine. So people born with very high thyroxine, you will have very high metabolism, you'll be very skinny. Okay? You know, some people, okay, like I said, humans, we can make this, right? Humans, we can make this, right? If you have problem with your thyroid gland, you can just take thyroxine and replace your hormone. Okay, you can replace your hormone by eating the hormone. You know, some people abuse this to lose weight. Some people, they abuse thyroxine to lose weight. I mean, think of it. It makes a lot of sense, right? If your friend has high metabolism, they're very skinny. You have low metabolism and you are fat, and you say, why so unfat? So you buy thyroxine to eat it, and you increase your metabolism so that you become skinny. Yes, people do that. All right. So you see, hormone is like can be abused one. Right? I mean, don't do it lah. Don't do it lah. When your thyroid, okay, like for me, guys, for me, my metabolism is really high. My metabolism is really high. How so? Right. I digest food really quickly. Since young until today, I'm still like that. I digest food very quickly. I eat a lot. I am skinny. You see, guys, I might not look skinny to you. I was really skinny. I was 53 when I was 5. You see, I was like this skinny kid that looks like a stick. So my metabolism is really high, and my heart rate is very high. My heart beats very quickly compared to other people. Also, my body temperature is very high. I am very hot all the time. I'm sweaty all the time. My palms will sweat. My every part will sweat. Right? So you see, sometimes thyroxine high is not really a good thing. Not especially in Malaysia. Guys, imagine how hot Malaysia is. I am constantly sweating. My thyroxine level is like through the roof one. Which is very annoying. Okay, which is very annoying. I just sweat all the time. Right? My back and my chest is like heavy sweating one. So metabolism law. Okay, metabolism law. So anyway, and of course your next coming down, which is your adrenal gland at your kidney there. Okay, your adrenal gland will produce something called adrenaline. This also appears in some games though. If you play any shooting games, some games they have this. When they poke themselves with adrenaline, they will run faster. Like I said, this guy is the thing that gives you the kanchiong feeling. It prepares you for emergency. Emergency, right? Guys, tell me something, Tell me something, Do you know how to climb a tree? Do you know how to climb a tree? Can you climb a tree? If I bring you to a tree, I ask you to climb, can you climb? No, right? No, right? But let's say today there's a wild boar chasing you. There's a wild boar chasing you. You don't climb means you die. Do you think you know how to climb now? Do you think you know how to climb now? For some reason, you'll be on top of the tree. Right? You just know. Right? You just know. You see, this is emergency. That's why I said, this emergency will make you do things that you never usually do. It unlocks your potential. There's superhero inside you. You know, some dads, they got into accident. The kid is trapped in the car. They just suddenly have this superhuman strength that lifts the car up, maybe certain part of the things up, and bring their kid out from the car. That is adrenaline. It gives you that emergency for you to do something called, fight or flight, so that you can save people or save yourself, right? So what does this do? Your adrenaline will increase your metabolism. Okay, so isn't this thyroxine? I see adrenaline they can do it too. Increase your heartbeat, increase your glucose level, increase your pupil size. What is your pupil? Pupil is your eye. Pupil is your eye. They will make your eye bigger so that you can absorb more light, so that you can be more prepared to face danger. You see, everything increase. Everything increase. Why do they need to increase your heartbeat and glucose level? So that you can have more energy to run away from whatever you're facing. So this is your adrenaline. Okay, this is your adrenaline. This makes you kanchiong. This makes you panic. Right? Do you like the feeling, guys? Do you like the feeling? Do you like that sinking heart feeling? Some people, they love it. Some people, they love it. That's why there's something called adrenaline rush. You know what's the adrenaline rush? When you have this adrenaline coming out, wow, you feel very excited. You feel very excited. So different people, they get adrenaline a different way. Different people, they get adrenaline different way. Some people get it from gambling. That's why some people gamble, because they want that adrenaline. Some people get it by going for bungee jump. I have a friend who loves bungee jumping, right? He went to Australia to to do bungee jumping. I can never understand, right? Why would you do something so freaking scary? Why would you jump off a building? But for him, it's fun. He's chasing the adrenaline. Guys, even there is something called runner's high. Okay, runner's high. You know what it is? Marathon runners. Okay, if you have, I don't know about you, some people they're very addicted to running outside. They're very addicted to running marathon, right? Because when they run, they get this adrenaline. It makes them excited. They are addicted to running. Okay, I don't know. Okay, there are these people that says, "Hey, Joe, let's go run. 我们去跑步." Every day they go run one. Like, are you not sick of running? Right? Because they are chasing for this thing called runner's high. So that's adrenaline. Okay. Playing game is adrenaline, ma. You playing shooting game, you playing like those online matching, online fighting game, okay. Online matching games like any shooting games, okay. Anything that you can kill your enemy or the enemy killing you, that's your adrenaline. So that's what people love it, though. Okay. Whatever it is lah, whatever is your Mobile Legend or whatever PUBG or whatever, it makes you excited. That's your adrenaline, right? So everyone has that poison. So what's yours? What's your poison in making you excited? Right? Like me, is to go to the gym. When I train, when I lift weight, that's what gives me the adrenaline. See, everyone has their poison. Everyone has their poison. So what's yours? What makes you panic? What is it panic? What makes you excited? What makes you want to live, want to chase for this adrenaline? Okay, so this is your your adrenaline. Next, you have your pancreas, that piece of leaf beside there. This thing will produce something called your insulin. Guys, have you heard of this before? Have you heard of this before? Insulin will control something called your glucose level. So what do? They will convert glucose into glycogen. Okay, glycogen. What is your glycogen? What is your glycogen? Think of this as your liver or your muscle sugar. Okay, liver or muscle sugar. What does it mean? What does it mean? You see, when you drink a lot of sugar, your body cannot finish the sugar, right? Your body wants to store the sugar away to lower your sugar level, your glucose level. So insulin will come out. This is called 胰岛素. Your insulin will come out. They will take this glucose, they will store it, they will convert it into glycogen, and they will store it in your liver and your muscle. Okay, and this glycogen is sort of like your power bank. Okay, this glycogen, they are sort of like your power bank, right? Because when you're okay, let's say you're exercising now, you're running, your blood glucose level will go down. Okay, because you're using glucose, so your glucose will go down. So your body cannot let glucose go down, so they will take this glycogen out and they will use it. You see, this is your power bank. This is your power bank. Glycogen gives you energy to exercise. They store the energy in your muscle. They store it in your liver. So this is your power bank. Guys, I have a question here. What happens when you cannot produce insulin? What happens when you cannot produce insulin? What is that disease called? Very good, diabetes. Okay, very good. You cannot store the sugar away. When you drink sugar, the sugar will be there and cannot store into glycogen. So you have no insulin, you get diabetes. You get diabetes. You know diabetes, they will inject themselves. Have you seen it before? Diabetic people, they have something called the insulin pen. Have you seen this before? Diabetes people, they have something called your insulin pen. Right? They will inject themselves every day, because if not, they will die. Right? So this is your insulin. This is your insulin. Okay. So anyway, so let's talk about the girl one. Let's talk about ovary. Okay, for girls, girls are a bit more complicated, because I mean, come on, why girls are always complicated, right? Girls sometimes they don't even know what they want. Girls, are you those kind of girls? Are those kind of girls? Some, some girls, they are really crazy. When their boyfriend asks them, you're so unhappy right now, what can I do for you? What do you want? Even you yourself will say, I don't know what I want. You're just pissed off. When you're having your period, you're just angry. Okay, you don't know what makes you feel better. You're just complicated. All right, because of the hormones. Right, girls, you have something called estrogen. This is your female sex hormone. It will give you your female secondary sexual characteristic. What is your female secondary sexual characteristic? This is your puberty lah. Okay, this is your puberty law. Like they give you your breast, they give you your hip. It makes your breast bigger, it makes your hip bigger. That's why guys, we like looking at butts. That's why guys, we like looking at boobs, at breasts, because it's a sign of estrogen, right? Your dad is Your dad is attracted to your mom because of the estrogen. Your mom, I'm sure your mom, when she was young, when maybe she's still young. Okay, when your dad is your mom's boyfriend, okay, I'm sure your dad likes your mom because she looks very pretty. She has this very girly look to her because of the estrogen. Guys, we all love estrogen. That's why we look at breast and hip, butts, right? So don't guys, girls, don't believe the fact that guys tell you, oh, I don't like to look at boobs one or butts one. That's a lie, right? You cannot lie because guys, we all love estrogen. Okay, we all like a very girly girl. If you have very fair skin, you look very pretty. You have you have boobs and butts. You look very attractive because you have a lot of those estrogen signs. Okay, so they also prepare you for your embryo, prepare you to get pregnant, and girls have another one called progesterone. You might say, sir, why girls need two leh? This is for you to getting pregnant. You see, it maintains the thickness of the wall of your uterus. Why do you need uterus thickness? This is for the baby to survive, right? Estrogen is to let you get attracted by males. Okay, it gives you that sexy look. Progesterone will get you ready for pregnancy. You see, they do different jobs. One is to attract opposite sex. One is to make baby. Two different jobs. But you see, guys, we only have one. Because guys don't need to make baby, guys only need to attract opposite sex. So guys have something called testosterone. Okay? Guys have something called testosterone. It will give you your male secondary sexual characteristic. Okay? So this is your puberty. A guy's puberty. So guy's puberty is like how? They grow beard lor, deep voice lor, muscle lor, pubic hair lor. What else? Makes you a man lah. Makes you a man. All right, guys. Basically, okay. Do you know what is a sex change surgery? Do you know what is a sex change? If today, let's say you want to go sex change, you don't want to be a girl anymore. You want to be a guy. The doctor will operate on you. They will remove your breast. They will remove your ovary, and sorry, your ovary and your uterus and everything. And the doctor will give you testosterone to change you into a male. All right. Similarly, if you're a guy, if let's say I'm a guy, okay, I want to become a girl. So what do? I go for sex change. Okay, I get breast implant. I cannot get ovary lah. Okay, but doctors will give me estrogen to let me look like a female. Okay, that's why girls will act very girly. I'm sure you girls are very girly too. Okay, so girls will act very girly because of the estrogen. Guys will act very guy because of the testosterone. Right? Your mom is attracted to your dad because your dad is a very manly guy, I'm sure. So your dad has testosterone. I'm sure your dad has facial hair. Maybe yes, maybe no. But I'm sure your dad is maybe tall. Okay, your dad is tall. Your dad has deep voice. Your dad is very manly. He has muscles. He is a very manly man. Okay, even even in terms of behavior wise, guys are very aggressive. I am sure girls you like an aggressive guy. Okay, not as an aggressive in a bad way, as in aggressive in a good way. He will take the initiative. You want a guy to come talk to you. Okay, you think that's very attractive. You think guys having that confidence to come and talk to you, you think it's very attractive. You see, testosterone. Testosterone gives you that confidence. It makes you a very confident guy. It makes you a very manly guy. Right? You don't like a guy that's very shy like that one. No, you like a very manly guy, a very confident guy. Right? You see, when okay, when I don't know about you lah, some girls they love guys who play sports. They will look at their crush playing basketball and say, "Wow, very manly." Because when they're playing basketball, they're very confident. They're like very manly. So you attracted law. See, that's the way it is, right, guys? So please memorize this chart. Memorize this chart. Because next week is about deficiency and excessive. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, you see, this part is actually very related to this part. Okay, you know, growth hormone is for growth, right? You know, growth hormone is for growth, right? Then let me ask you something. What happens when you have not enough deficiency? When you have too little growth hormone, what happens to you? What happens to you? You will be so short, really short. We call you dwarfism. You have something called dwarfism. You know Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Dwarfism. You are really short. And if you have too much growth hormone, like a lot, you will grow to like 200 something cm. We call you gigantism. Giant, you see, gigantism. You're gigantic. So you see, as long as you know the function of every hormone, you can kind of guess what happens to them. Okay, when you have too much or too little. You see, so this is the main thing, guys. This is the main thing. You understand this, then that's it for this chapter. This is a really short chapter, I would say. Okay, so do you have any question? Do you have any question? You guys listening? You guys okay so far? Yes? Okay, good. Jenny, you can catch up because of your your notes cannot find. Okay, if that's the case, right? If that's the case, let's do some exercise. Some. Sorry, my iPad is full of my cat's hair, my cat's fur. Okay, so let's look at let's go to page 6, shall we? Let's go to page 6. So an endocrine system is a system that consists of endocrine glands, the gland that produce and secrete hormones. You are making hormones. An endocrine gland is a gland without duct, right? You don't have a pipe. You secrete hormones directly into the bloodstream. You directly throw hormones into your blood. That's why if you do a blood test, you can tell whether you have hormone imbalance or not. If let's say you go to an endocrinologist, you know who is an endocrinologist? If your hormone is not balanced, what is the doctor you go to? You go to an endocrinologist specialist, an endocrine specialist. Okay, so the first thing they will do, they will ask you to do a blood test to see whether certain hormone is wrong or whatever. Okay, so girls, if your period is not regular and like very irregular, you can go to an endocrinologist, right? An endocrine specialist. They will do testing for you. They will tell you what to do. So state the meaning of hormone. Okay, hormone is a chemical substance that coordinates body function. Okay, write this yourself. I'm not gonna write because they are not asking this in exam. Okay, it's a chemical substance. They will control your body coordination. Okay, so your main endocrine glands. Okay, let's jump to down here. Okay, let's write here instead. So number 1A, the one in your head, this is called your pituitary gland. Okay, your pituitary gland. And then B, you have your thyroid gland. Okay, your thyroid gland. C, This thing above your kidney, this is called your adrenal gland. Okay, your adrenal gland. D, you have your pancreas. Okay, your pancreas, the one that makes insulin for you. So if this guy is wrong, if this guy has something wrong, you have diabetes. Okay, so E, you have something called insulin. Sorry, what am I writing? Insulin. Your ovary. Okay, you have something called ovary. And of course, the last one, this is for male. This is the testes. Okay, a guy's testes, a guy's balls. Call it balls lah, okay? So the testes lah. Okay, so these are your glands. So state the hormone. Your adrenal gland will produce adrenaline. Your pituitary gland will produce growth hormone. And of course, your ADH, antidiuretic hormone, but that is not very important. Pancreas will produce insulin, the diabetes one. Ovary will produce estrogen. Testes will produce testosterone. Thyroid gland will produce thyroxine. Okay, you know. We just learn it. All right, so next. Match the function. Okay, ADH, this is the sugar, sorry, the water one. Okay, so this is to, there's no water here. Okay, now we skip this. Okay, thyroxine, this is for your metabolism. Okay, for metabolism. Adrenaline, this is for your emergency. Insulin is for sugar. Estrogen is for female. Testosterone is for male. I don't think ADH will stimulate other gland, no. So this is wrong actually. Okay, next. Effects of hormonal imbalance. Okay, you know what? We'll talk about this next week. Okay, we skip this first. Okay, let's talk about number 3. Let's go to number 3. Okay, guys, if you notice something, the question will kind of look similar one. Even in exam, they look kind of similar. You see, A, state the gland that is the master gland. Who is the master? Master is your P. Okay, master is your P. And then B, name the hormone secreted by Q. What will Q make? Q will make thyroxine. Okay, thyroid thyroxine, your metabolism. So number 2, state the effect on humans in the hormone in question if it's not sick. Okay, no, this is next week also. Too much and too little. Right, C, name gland R. What is gland R? R is your pancreas. Okay, pancreas. Hormone is your insulin. And then number 3, how can the failure of gland R cause a person to have diabetes? How does this person will get diabetes? Okay, so they cannot, if your pancreas fail, you cannot produce insulin. You cannot produce insulin. So glucose cannot be converted into glycogen. Okay, you cannot convert glucose into glycogen. You cannot store your sugar. So your blood glucose level becomes high. You have high glucose level. All right, guys, you will have high glucose level after you've eaten every meal. Let's say you had bubble tea. Your blood sugar level will be very high. But it doesn't stay there for long. After a few hours, maybe even 30 minutes, the thing will come down. But for diabetic people, they will stay there for very long because the body cannot do anything. The insulin is already broken. Okay, so name the hormone secreted by gland S. Gland S, this is a guy, obviously. So the guy will make testosterone, which makes a guy a guy. Okay, it makes a guy manly, okay, boyish, manly. So number 4, this is your woman one. Y is your, oh, they want the hormones. So you have your estrogen, the one that makes you a girl. And of course, your progesterone that helps you pregnant. So number 2, state one function for each hormone that is stated in question A1. Function. So estrogen is for your female secondary sexual characteristics. Okay, it makes you a girl. It makes your puberty. Progesterone, this is to maintain thickness of your uterus wall. It makes your wall thick so that you can get pregnant. Your baby doesn't die. Guys, if you have very low progesterone, you cannot get pregnant, or your baby will just miscarry. You will miscarry your baby. Your baby will just drop out and you cannot get pregnant. You know, some people are like that. You know, some people they're pregnant halfway, then the baby dies because of the progesterone. They do not have enough progesterone. So this is very important for the baby survival. Okay, so when will gland Y become active? Okay, during puberty. When you are 11, the thing will start. Okay, so guys, you know what? I think I'm gonna stop here because the rest of it is pretty similar. So next week I shall finish this part. We shall talk about the imbalance. Then we shall finish this. Okay, I hope you can handle this. Guys, are you okay so far? Should be a pretty straightforward chapter, just like last chapter. But the difference is this chapter is more common in exam. Last chapter, not really. This is really cool. Really things that you can relate to, things that you understand. Oh, okay, Right, guys. So if you have no problem, if you have no question, I think I will stop it here. Okay, I shall see you the same time next week. Hopefully you return next week without feeling so blue. Okay. Okay, so guys, have a good one. Have a good Wednesday. I will see you soon. Okay, take care. See you and bye-bye.